So we have here a ballast water treatment system using filter unit and chemical unit. For this system, the chemical unit, we need to empty the tank before operation. So we have to empty ES2 and ES3. Note the chemical solution inside the tank that are kept for a long time will have a low chemical concentration and need to be thrown away. Remember that tank ES2 and ES3 are used for ballasting and to keep the TRO at 6 to 8 ppm to kill the microorganism. So this is very important. We need to empty the tank before the operation. So new and strong chemicals are needed to comply with the ballasting and deballasting requirements. So first is we have to manually drain tank ES3 and PW3. So we have here a blind plunge at the bottom. We have to open it, and we have also the valve. So slowly open and check that water all drain out. So prepare bucket or hose for the drain water. If you want to check that the tank are empty, so either you can open limit switch 7 and limit switch 4, or you can open this bolt to see inside if they are empty. So next is you have to drain PW2 tank and ES2 tank. So we have to open limit switch 3 and limit switch 6. So we have here a lock, remove this lock, and then we use air vacuum to remove the remaining water inside for both PW2 and ES2. So this process is very important that the tank are empty so that the operation for water sampling will be able to pass as per required by the Port State Authority. So next is we go with ballasting, deballasting operation, and water sampling. So please refer to Maker's Manual for ballasting and deballasting operation. This is for reference only. So we have here the list one by one. We will explain it. First is you have to remove vacuum and air release. So we have here our pipeline from high CHS. If possible, we have to use the high CHS. Do not use the low CHS. And then we have the fire ballast pump, and we have the bypass valve and the overboard. So first, we have to stabilize this pipeline. No vacuum, no air. So at this, we don't use the ballast water treatment system. So no, the filter unit have to be bypassed and no use for the chemical unit. So we run this system for about 10 to 20 minutes until the ballast pump and the ballast pipelines are stable. No vacuum, no air inside. Ballast pipelines on unstable condition affects the BWTS system and result for non-treated water pumping inside the ballast tank. This will result that some microorganisms are not properly killed. So this system is very important. Next is we have to prepare BW system in ballasting mode. So from high CHS, fire ballast pump, filter unit, chemical unit injection, and then going to ballast tank. First, we have to use a testing tank. Sample ballast tank number 3, port and starboard side. So from the ballast tank, we have the valve there. We have to close it slowly from the engine room side. So the valve going to the ballast tank, we have to close it from 75% to 90%. So we have to stabilize PG1 and PG2 at a pressure of 0.2 to 0.4 megapascal. Same with pump P1 and P4. There must be pressure on these sampling pumps. So when we already stabilize the pressure and the flow, so we can run the ballasting mode for about 1 hour with no alarm. So we take pictures from the main control unit, the ballasting. So we have here the TRO, and we have also the chemical unit process information. So chemical injection is normal and properly operating. So the TRO in RC3 is on the range of 6 to 8 ppm. This is to kill the microorganism left on your ballast pipelines. And the pressure PG1, PG2, pumps P1 and P4 are stable. So after this 1 hour, if no alarm, you have to stop the BWT system and stop the pump. This is for testing in ballast tank number 3, port and starboard side. Next, after ballasting, we prepare the system in deballasting mode. So from ballast tank, firing ballast pump, and then going to overboard. But on the fire in ballast pump side, we have to close the suction side valve at about 50%. We have to control the flow so that the sampling maker can have almost 90 minutes for to do the deballasting in the water sampling. So just control the suction valve about 50%, and also on the overboard valve from 75%, and until the PG1 and PG2, P1 and P4 pump are stable from 0.2 to 0.4 megapascal. So this is the deballasting mode. If no alarm, we continue the system for about 1 hour. So just take picture from the main control unit. The TRO are less than 0.1, and the chemical injection neutralizer are properly operating in a normal operation. Pressure PG1, PG2, P1 and P4 pump are on normal pressure. So deballasting flow rate is almost 50% of the ballasting flow rate. This is just to adjust to have longer time for deballasting. And be sure that the TRO in RC3 is less than 0.1 ppm. This is a requirement from IMO and UECG. So after deballasting, again we have to prepare the system in ballasting mode. So same high CHS, fire ballast pump, and then going to first is to testing tank number 3. So same, you have to close the valve, going to the ballast tank almost 75%, until PG1, PG2, P1 and P4 are on pressure of 0.2 to 0.4 megapascal. Okay, so we do ballasting into our testing tank number 3. If the TRO are stable from 6 to 8 ppm, we can open the valve on tank number 4 and then close number 3. So our water sampling tank number 4 is already on the range of 6 to 8 ppm. So we are sure that the seawater are properly treated and the microorganisms are killed. So we run the ballasting mode for about 1 hour or until the ballast tank number 4 is full. So same, we take pictures for main control unit and PG1, PG2, P1 and P4 pump. So we have to check that the TRO are kept at the range of 6 to 8 ppm. So after ballasting to ballast tank number 4, Be sure to close valve going to ballast tank number 4. We need it for water sampling. After that, we proceed with complete halt of ballasting C to C, in short deballasting. So we pick this stop until we see the instruction to do the complete halt of ballasting. Please refer to the maker's manual to do the complete halt of ballasting and short deballasting. So we are already prepared for water sampling, but we need a holding time for about 12 hours. So if we can do the water sampling and deballasting on the next day. So now we are prepared for water sampling. So we have to prepare the BWT system in deballasting mode. So from ballast tank number 4, then fire and ballast pump going to overboard. So same, you have to close the valve from your ballast pump suction side at almost 50%, and on the overboard valve. So if you can make some marker so that the same process we do for deballasting. So the pressure of PG1, PG2, P1 and P4 is on the range of 0.2 to 0.4. So if these are stable, we do the deballasting for about 15 minutes for flushing. So we have to be sure that the seawater on the pipeline are treated seawater coming from our ballast tank. And then the water sampling maker will do flushing for their pipes. They will take 2 samples at 10 minutes gap. When water sampling maker finish, stop the BWT system and stop the pump. Please close the valve from ballast tank number 4. So keep the remaining treated water from your ballast tank number 4 port and starboard side. Wait for the water sampling result. If it will pass, you can deballast the remaining seawater from ballast tank number 4. Thank you, and if you have some question, please feel free to contact us.